Hello, everyone. Welcome in. This is going to be free tarot reading questions, mini reads. This is a good way to get to know me as a reader and get to know people in the chat, newbies, and whatnot. Please be respectful in the chat. We do have a couple of moderators. I do have low tolerance and strict guidelines. No, my content is not for everyone. So if it does not resonate, go complain somewhere else. But if you are new here, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a tarot reader and intuitive coach for the last 6 years. If you're curious about how I became a reader, go ahead and check out my other videos. I do have a couple playlists going on. Person on your mind, the person thinking of you, what's the tea, intuitive channeled painting readings. Those are fun. I did feel called to go on pause because I went through an art painting binge, you guys. Did you guys see it? My recent Mary paintings? I'll show you my favorites. Do you guys want to see? 1 second. Hi, Katarina, Jenna, that demo J. Nancy. Hi, Nancy. You love paintings. Well, let me show you my favorite one real quick before we get started. Oh, do you want to see the card that fell? As well as this. So this is my favorite, I think, so far. Beautiful. We'll put her here because I love her. Who was first? Nancy. Okay. 1 second, Nancy. While we wait for people to enter the room, please double tap to like the video. Helps boost the algorithm. Lives are different than the other stuff. Hold on. My cards are falling everywhere because free questions tend to be unplanned. So please like, share, and subscribe. Put your notifications on if you like these kind of videos because they are usually not scheduled ever. Nancy, hi, I'm new. I was wondering if I have a woman, Monica and Brian, that have friends in law enforcement stalking me. What does she want and why is she obsessed? Oh, I'm so glad that you are here. Energy meets its community once again. Nancy, are you new here? Have you seen my other videos and content? I go through a lot of that stuff too. So you came to the right place. And it is something that is going on in the astrology. So if you relate to what Nancy is going through, or you're a witness to someone else going through it, yes, that is happening right now. Scorpio energy on the dark side of the moon. Show me Nancy's situation. Scorpio energy. Can't make this shit up. Called it. Clock it. Wow, my senses are just so crazy these days. I should really believe in myself a lot more. You guys, truly, reading for you guys, it boosts my confidence when you tell me, oh my gosh, that's so spot on. And when like these kind of moments happen, and I'm just like, wow, why don't I take my own advice? It's so hard being human. It's not the same, like, pulling cards for yourself. It's a completely different experience. That's why coaches and mentors need their own coaches and mentors. Speaking of which, got to bring up Miriam because we're about to launch a new added service and product that would probably kind of get rid of tarot readings, to be honest. And it's by using formulas and looking at your birth chart information. So, honestly, most of the tarot readings that we get is about love in some kind of form, relationship. There's always going to be problems in the world, and tarot readers have solutions to problems a lot of the times, as well as astrologers. Let's not forget that, birth chart readings and astrology and astronomers, they were used very far back in the day. I know they call it new age spirituality, but it's not. It's not. They're all very old methods. And Miriam uses her methods with evolutionary astrology, is what we utilize. And I think the generator is great. We are still refining things. I say we, it's mostly just me talking to her and her tweaking it. But soon it will be all of us. Oh, Two of Cups, Nancy's reading. So I don't see stalking cards yet. I see motives, Nancy. So if you're new here, sometimes my storytelling will go into the channeling and I don't understand why. Sometimes I just don't get it. Oh, before the chat gets like filled up, I might as well just say if I miss you, you might have to pop in again once we're done with Nancy's. And when we move forward, it kind of depends on how condensed things are and if our moderators are available as they volunteer their own free time. They are not paid employees. They just love me and I love them. And you're kind of looking for that sense of family, Nancy, and what you don't. The obsession comes from a dream that this person has that I don't know if there's children involved. Hi, I'm new. I'm wondering if I am a woman. Monica and Brian. Why don't I see law enforcement here? This was weird. Oh, there it is. They're like, wait, there's more. Let's scroll down. I missed stuff. Hi. Well, Monica is stalking me. What does that woman want? Yes, perfect. Oh my God, thank you. She is obsessed with me. Will she go away? Health jail for her? Wow, I am a Scorpio. I did add law enforcement trying. Excellent. Yes, motives are so correct. It might be more Scorpio energy. It might be in regards to a dream they have with the other person that they think that you're getting in the way because they got some kind of feelings for you or something or something. This person does put you in a third party, so I don't know who is really the culprit, really. It feels more like they're feeding each other's emotions, and then you're here in the middle with your own truth, Nancy. And so, unfortunately, Nancy, something about your energy, very similar to my experience too, is when you walk into certain environments because you carry this truth, other people that don't align with that, here comes the tower. And let's not forget, we are in Pluto and Aquarius retrograde, which would suggest this kind of crazy behavior. Who is your friend? Who can you count on? Why won't they leave me alone? Parasocial behavior, obsessive stalking, um, Death, sex, taxes. Think of just like those three topics and how deep those three topics actually go. Okay. And I do see a passion involved here. Let's just say that. Are people having sex in this dynamic? Yes. Does it make them obsessed? Yes. Is that what they would call it underneath it all? No. But what the cards say is that there's misplaced passion, and that's the issue with the wand archetypes, in my opinion. I love it. I also come out as this archetype very often, but I always have to tell myself that the Queen of Wands, although sexy, passionate, kind of witchy, even sometimes, she can kind of, gosh, what is the word? I don't know if there's, um, she can be a little much and aggressive in her ways and what she wants. Um, I would think like a manager that is very demanding and micromanaging. That's like maybe the shadow side of, and like Scorpio, you can get obsessed. Passion misplaced is what I would call it. You're from Puerto Rico? Welcome in. You know that I'm a quarter Puerto Rican and I have family out there. Familia. I'm so glad my algorithm has reached my people. I'm multicultural, so I got a little bit of everywhere. Although I feel like my heart is a kind of in Puerto Rico in some ways. The islands, you know. Thank you, thank you. Show me more about Nancy. I'm so intrigued with her situation because that's kind of what I'm going through in some ways. Actually, I posted on my TikTok about a landlord tenant situation that I'm going through. Go check it out if you want. It's been horrible. It's been horrible. So if you're on the TikTok fam, I don't know if I'm going to post it on YouTube. If they don't fucking knock it off, if they don't back the fuck off, I will. I am serious about me and my son's safety. No one, suffers from the consequences other than yourself. And if no one else is going to fight for you, then you have to. You have to advocate for yourself. And maybe that's a message for you, Nancy. Will Monica and Brian eventually separate from the karma, or one of them have issues on? I do think there will be a separation at some point, yes. And that's kind of why I showed the Queen of Wands, because it shows like a third party situation or someone kind of venturing off, usually. Not always, but it felt like third party dynamics because the King and Queen of Cups was there, and then the Queen of Swords was there. So if you understand tarot, I don't know if that makes sense, but the wide length propels itself with wingspans. Flowers gain more vibrant color. Yeah, much more will be revealed. While flying over and near, their wings still survived. So I guess, Nancy, something that I would like to tell you about Scorpio energy, because the landlord that I'm dealing with is also a Scorpio. And on the shadow side of things, it can be deeply psychologically triggering. So try not to lean on anything like fear or your own obsessiveness of knowing on what's the other side of it. I know that's really hard. It's very, very hard, especially if you have, let me know if you have a Virgo placement and where it is, if you're aware. But sometimes it can create ruminating. Like, for example, the product that me and Miriam um have been kind of working out together, and her astrology formulas. Hold on, I got sidetracked. That's all I want to know. My daughter is a Virgo, and that's what they want is her. Oh, okay. So there is a child involved. We're working harder on Nancy's reading because I was made for your kind of readings, to be honest. To be able to see the unseen, when people can create really good illusions. You have the power to call things out. You should have more confidence in yourself too. Like, I don't know if you've experienced like muscle spasms, Nancy, but I was getting it throughout your whole reading. And I tend to get that a lot at times of stress. And it felt like maybe it was interconnected to your reading. Oh my God, I love it. It'll put me away in jail one more time. I'll get away and move, please. Will they put you in jail one more time? I mean, I saw the Four of Swords there, but that's not what I saw brought up. I would try to get away from the experience and drama, but protect yourself. I feel like you might, and I say this with like the deepest love, that you might be focused on the wrong things. So be careful of that because Scorpio energy in the shadow side can also be like that. Remember, it also covers taboo topics, which would also be the unseen. And the unseen are lies, people's illusions, the narratives that they create so that they can manipulate. And then I heard anything used against you can be used in the court of law. So careful of that. I hope that helps. All right. Hi, like number one. Oh, that's nice. Oh my God. So they're trying to put me away. I do think they are trying to cause you harm. I do think you need to advocate for yourself. Nancy, baby, you're focused on the wrong thing. Remember what I said. Scorpio energy can be psychologically triggering. You're afraid. Do not be afraid. You will get away and manifest if you keep believing. Are you hearing me? Because I have a Cassandra curse, and that sucks. I talk about it a lot. Don't lean into the fear. If you believe that you'll be okay, you'll be okay, right? I know it's so hard because they are psychologically triggering you. Devil energy. Eesh. Oh my God, I love the name Cassandra. It is a beautiful name, but what I am referencing to is I have a curse. It's a Cassandra curse, and it's an asteroid that goes through my chart. A lot of people that are black sheep and scapegoats and truth tellers, they probably have it. And we tend to see the truth before it develops very early on, before anyone else sees it. But when we speak it, people are deaf to our words. It's difficult. I love astrology. Isn't it amazing? It has helped me so much. If you know what you're looking for, because all it is information. It's not a belief, it's not a religion, it's information, is how I would like to describe it. So that clears that argument. Double tap. Yes, it's so cool. Yeah. We need to talk about Abby. A- really? That's the question you want to ask me for free questions? If that's what you want. That's what you want. Well, Abby reached out to me this weekend. Knight of Swords, the Chariot. It might not be the weekend, but they will reach out. Yeah, they will. Yep. Judgment. It's usually a reconciliation, a review. Page of Wands, usually a message. Jenna, what's to come for my relationship with Zach? What's to come with, oh, calm down now. Four of Wands. Nine of Cups? Really? All right, let's go. Sometimes the Four of Wands can be a date set, but it's very promising. The World, Six of Cups, the Fool, and Eight of Cups. The Four of Swords, Nine of Swords, Five of. Scrolling down. We're hanging out for straight days in a row, but we also have plans booked until August. So he took Monday and Tuesday off. We've been dating for almost 5 months now. It looks pretty good, to be honest. I do see you guys kind of going through some bumps, not gonna lie. But test of the relationship, Empress. If you can have the patience, if you can stay in yin energy, I would say it looks very good. Overthinking definitely won't help the situation. There is a little bit of avoidance. Oh, good. Thanks. And bumps. Yeah, like you guys have an interesting dynamic that I guess I can understand. You don't talk a whole lot about feelings. Would that be right? Does that happen? It's not that it's not there. It's there. But why is this happening? 7, 8, 9. Notice how they're swords. Do you know sword energy? Oh, I mean, I feel like we talk about our feelings a lot. He accidentally says, I love you, and I low key say that, but we also won't admit that yet. Well, I think that's the thing. I think that's the avoidance. Can you let yourself feel all the way without overthinking it? It could lead to some pretty good developments if you allow it. Let me know how that goes. Have you been here before, Jenna? You'll have to tell me in the comments. Um, oh, that reminds me. One of my clients, they got a pre-recorded video, and I send you a YouTube link that you can keep and rewatch whenever. And so 3 weeks went by. I saw that she rewatched the video because only me and her have the link, right? And she comments 3 weeks later, and she like has these questions, and she's like, "Oh my gosh, so much has happened since the reading. It was so spot on, whatnot and whatnot." And so I clarified a couple of things for her as things happen, because I tend to be like a far outcomes reader, but I like, as a coach, I like to kind of like walk you through sometimes. Like, you can pull cards all day, you guys, and who's got time for that, right? There's so many details in readings, and like I can channel taste, touch, smell. My body will feel things that are in your experience just to help validate your message. And I think that's why, readers, they tend to like kind of have breaks and stuff because it is an energetic drain. Like, imagine like channeling through the ethers on the other side of the world, and like you feel, you know, their stomach ache and their headaches, and their heartbreaks. And that's a lot when you think about it, you know. I've also had this thought when I thought about Reiki healers. And I was like, if you're like out there healing people, and it's like an exchange. Oh, you know what that reminds me of? Oh my gosh, it's such a good movie. What is that movie? Oh no. I can't even. Okay, so it's of a prison, and then there's an inmate that was wrongly accused, but he was in for killing, I think, children. But it was back in the time when racism was like more obvious than it is now. I guess. I guess. Um, and so the story goes throughout and explains what happened and how he got there. But this guy has like magical powers basically of healing. But when he does heal, his body like absorbs whatever he took out, and it impacts him. I don't know. A message for someone out there. I don't know what just like made me think of that. That's crazy. You're welcome, Jenna. Aylin E9W. Like number 2 and new subscribe. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. Can I get a read? What is coming towards me in love? New, or do I know this person? Hi, welcome in. Empress. You know this person. There have been blockages. There have been other people that need to be walked away from. Finally, I was feeling myself unlucky. Oh, your time will come. I think you might want to dump the idea you have sometimes about what you think a relationship should look like. So I would start preparing now what that looks like. Um, yeah, this feels like another one of those long development readings. Yeah, the opportunity is coming if it hasn't already. I think it's because you were directed towards something else, maybe work, money things, stability things. By the way, I don't know English very well, so I will listen your reading later when translate. Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, I hope it translates for you. I think I put that on my settings. You guys, if you're from a different country, let me know. Cause I am trying to reach that. I was like, if translation helps, that would be nice. I think the hardest part, you're welcome, Nancy. The hardest part, Aylin, are friends to keep and who to let go. Your circles. Look to your other dynamics and you should see some kind of reflection. You might even have like a little bit of a twin flame dynamic with this person, which is also spirits referring me to my one of my recent client readings, and I told her about the story of Psyche and Eros. So if you know anything about astrology, you would look into your birth chart and find those placements, and it should give you a little bit of where you're at in that storyline. And it's very useful because that's how you get here. And here is where you want to be for long-term partnership. Here is where you want to be for creation. Here is where you want to be at, I don't know. You want to make cookies. You want to make babies. You want to make a painting. The Empress energy is so many things, so many things. But whatever she touches expands and grows, right? So I hope that helps. Oh no, a message is held for a review. It must have been questionable. That's unfortunate. Haha, you were blocked. Samantha Trinidad, are you in here? Katarina, I just moved. You're welcome, Aylin. I just moved and my old place had bed bugs. They followed us to the place we're temporarily staying in. Will we be able to get rid of them by the end of June? Sorry, weird question, I know. Katarina, it's not a weird question. Do you want to know why? Do you want to know why? Tell me you want to know why. And I think it's funny. Samantha Trinidad, pop in your question again when I get done with Katarina's reading. I see you. Please don't blow up the chat though, because then it gets really confusing and then I'll have to block you and that sucks. Don't pull on my energy or it's very hard to read. Yes, I do. Okay, so I work it, or I used to work. I used to work in property management and in housing. So, like bed bugs in these kind of situations, I would be called for those kind of things to kind of resolve problems. Oh, that's so funny. And she's like, sorry, weird question. I know. I'm like, no, not really. That's like an everyday thing for me. See, King of Swords. I'm an expert at what I do. But will they be able to get rid of them? That's so funny. Two of Wands. LMAO. Oh my god. You came to the right place and you didn't even know it. Once again, energy meets its community. Temperance. Oh, interesting. Okay. Okay, Katarina, you're not gonna love this. Devil energy. That sucks. Nine of Cups. You got me into a silly energy. Now I'm in the laughs. Sorry. It's actually not funny. And it's frustrating, yes. I appreciate you, girl. You're welcome. Sometimes I have to be mindful of like how I give a message, and I'm like, oh, some of these are sensitive topics, and I'm all here like laughing my ass off. And I'm just like, I apologize. Okay. I try my best to give like lighthearted messages to difficult situations. Once again, Scorpio energy. Oh my gosh. I guess that does involve that. Yes, because it's disease. It's death. I know that like don't take that very literal, okay? I'm not trying to freak you out or anything. Um but okay, so why this is happening to you? Spirit is trying to get you out of the environment that you're in. You are supposed to move. And so it's almost like making the situation as uncomfortable as possible. And that really sucks. Um, what did I miss? Will we be able to get rid of them by the end of the year? Here's the thing. You might be able to deal with that issue, but another issue is going to come up. Oh shit, really? Yes. And it's supposed to help you with the skill that you have. What do you do, Katerina, for work? There's something interconnected to some other part of your life. Like I said, I can pull cards all day, but I have to know where I'm going. But that's kind of what I'm zoomed in on because that's what they're pointing out is currently unemployed. Oh, well. Mm, hmm. Let's look more into your. I just moved him over. All right, Katerina, hold on. We're gonna have to focus on hers for a second. I feel stressed. So I'm sensing that this has been a very annoying situation. I was just a fill-in for a temp agency. Oh, interesting. Really? Yeah, very much so. What is going on? Okay, there's multiple messages. Which should I give first? So there's someone around you that's been neglectful in the situation, Katerina. I don't know how that relates to the bed bug thing, but say it was someone in your household and you brought this up before and they didn't freaking listen. That's the way I want to put it. I don't know if I don't know if that's like the energy of what's happening. You're gonna have to tell me. You know your situation best. Um, And then there's something about you reading between the fine lines. It's giving me like ingredients, it's giving me making something homemade, it's giving me like home business. Here's what I want you to do. If you haven't already, let me know. Google research or whatever search engine you use these days. Who? Can we like put down in the comments what search engines you guys like to use? I'd love to see those opinions. I told my parents what we should do many times. They didn't listen much. Yeah, well, I think the way you take care of yourself seems to be very important here, but is also a way that you can use money. Like you can create something here that's sustainable and actually like a product. I don't know how this relates to your bed bug situation, but they're saying that it's interconnected. So I don't know. This could be anywhere from like 1, 3, 5 years or 3 months, 3 weeks. You never know. I don't know why they're giving me threes. There is a nine here, 9, 6. There's a 4. More pentacles. Yeah. So maybe, I don't know, your guides are wanting you to lean in, not so much about the focus of will you get rid of the bed bugs. Apparently you will figure it out, but there's going to be other things that are going to be popping up. Does that make sense? That was interesting. I was like, I had to like do a deep dive because there was like so many storylines going on in your reading. You'll have to come back and let me know how that goes. Samantha Trinidad. Will my boyfriend marry me? Yes, let's get that question out of the way. And the reason why, Samantha, I felt pulled to yours is because of Miriam's product. Because her generator and her formulas would basically get that question out of the way, putting in your chart information and the person in question. It doesn't always have to relate to love. There will be other tiers available, but we are going to do the love ones first because that's, you know, what most people get tarot readings about. Let's be real, tarot readers. Let's look at our data. How many of your tarot readings are based on love questions? And what's the world without love? Is that so bad? People are like, let me get a career reading. And I'm like, honestly, I think that's what's wrong with the world right now is there is no focus on love. You're focused so much on, I'm not saying like it's wrong to focus on, I think it is very important too. But, but to be honest, it is like a spiritual self reflection tool. And I would say love should be the focus of your career anyway. Do you even love what you do? Because we can see desire in a tarot reading. You know? You're welcome, Katerina. Love is a great motivator of mine, right? Mackie Kin. Hi, you're back. What's going on in this relationship with Samantha? Speaking of love, I'd fancy a love reading when I am next. Oh, the devil, temperance. Mm, 5 of Cups at the bottom of the deck, 7 of Swords, Queen of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. Will you get married? The answer is no. I'm sorry. You're going to find out something about this person and you're going to decide to be solo and work on yourself. Yeah, you'll walk away. You would also benefit from something like coaching. So, what's so great about some of Miriam's formulas is the focus is reaching your highest timeline, um, which would mean unlocking your bardo, is what I would call it. And it's something that is in your birth chart. Everybody's got like this narrative and this storyline that happens. And sometimes you can't ever get rid of it. You can only really make the most of it. And that's kind of what I feel about your love life, Samantha. Like you haven't learned the lesson here yet. And so it's going to repeat regardless of this person. You'll have to let me know what that is. But I would say the collective is very much feeling that right now because they're meant to be pushed into their groups and their communities. Yeah. Don't waste too much of your time. Katerina. Oh boy, Lord have mercy. I'm like reading through the comments. It's already been, you're welcome. It's already been 47 minutes. That's crazy. Loving it, Juju. Hi, welcome in. Please double tap to like the video and all that jazz. If you're new here, hi, my name is Allie. I'm a tarot reader and intuitive coach since 2020. What do the cards want to say? Who is that referencing to? All right, who's next? I don't really know, actually. I see there was a flood of questions. Let's see, what am I? Let's see what I'm pulled towards. Christina. Christina Linda J7S. Are you in here? I saw yours too, but there were definitely people before you too. Katerina, I'm gonna let you know how it goes. This has been so stressful and annoying. I'm so sorry. Yeah, I've been a lot of those situations too. So I feel for you, trust me. I would track when these things happen, Katerina. I'm like really big on catching patterns because you'll notice that those things might pop up from time to time and it'll be around another shift. I know that sounds weird, but that's what they're giving me. Is Christina not in? We might just jump to Mackie Kin because he's been here. He's been on this channel. All right, Mackie Kin. Oh, okay. They always like have so much to say for you. I feel that. Yeah. Okay. I heard nurturing the darkness. It's giving me like emo music, so I don't know if like any grunge music is relevant to this situation, you or this person. No, I was asking for you, but now we've moved on to someone's reading, so you'll have to come back. Katarina, girl, so much crazy stuff has happened to me, and a karmic actually brought these bed bugs to my place. Oh, yeah. That's who the King of Wands was in your reading. It's weird how I remember those kind of things. I've been feeling very emo and crying about this person last night. Perhaps she is too. Aw. Yeah, let's see. How does she feel? Aw. There is like a little bit of fear here. Fear of how you feel. This person is feeling that. The grief I've been carrying is just too much now. Yeah, I get the feeling that you guys bonded in a different way. Five of Swords. What? There's regret over a decision. The regret is mutual. So if there hasn't been communication, I think there will be. Yes. I think if there's been distance, that it's necessary to kind of end your own cycles. No communication for a very long time. Yet this is still here. Yes. Yep. See? So if someone hasn't reached out, I would recommend reaching out. The question is are you willing to invest? Are you ready to invest into this relationship and connection? How can this person be in your life after it's all said and done? Because I do think circumstances are changing and are different, and that there are possibilities and it's capable. But yes, I would say the telepathic connection is very real. There are recent videos on YouTube that are not tarot readers at all. I don't know what you would call them. I don't know if he calls himself a psychic. I can't remember his name, but he also has videos talking about like what's going on in the energy and the frequency and what people are reporting back. And what they're noticing is that a lot of people are saying that they have a telepathic connection with other people, that they're seeing like things, glitches in the matrix, and time feels weird and is off. Yes, those things are actually really happening. We just went down the rabbit hole. But maybe that's like the kind of conversations that you would have with this person, Mark, right? And that's like your guys' special bond, is that you guys kind of think alike. It's like that sense of family. Dude, I say go for it. You're gonna have to report back to me, okay? Are we on Instagram? I can't remember. When you're ready, let's do an in-depth. Have you done the pre-recorded video before? Or just wait for what we have with Miriam. We'll see. We'll see. It depends how things develop. But there are choices and there are possibilities. Yes. We've done two already. Well, the answer is do it. But if you have questions on how to get there, I guess. Otherwise, I say yeah. Yes. Are you still doing one free question? Yes. Christina, what's coming towards me in love in June? What's coming towards Christina in love in June? Gosh, there's so much of that. Is that the repeating card of the day? Mm, not the best love reading, to be honest. And a whole lot, not a lot going on. I'm sorry. I was like, that's a pretty simple answer, right? I see things developing later down the road, but I see the focus being your stability, your money, work, things like that. Maybe because it's not supposed to be your focus. Queen of Pentacles. 13 years single now. See, these are messages that like astrology and birth chart readings would answer more than like free questions. This is like an in depth kind of situation. So you asked me for the month of June. Not really a love a month. You're super likable. I love being here. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. I really don't know. These days I'm just like take me as I am. I just don't care anymore. The Scorpio energy has been hitting me hard also in my Taurus too. So I've also felt like very exhausted, you know, when your soul is done with an experience. And that's kind of how you know. That's kind of where I'm at. Damn, I'm going to end up alone with cats. No, no, no. No, no, no. I don't know if you were here during the rest of the live, but we talked about like love situations and tarot readings and you know, how to break patterns in your birth chart and stuff. I feel like that's also kind of what you would be called towards. And I have I don't know if you're on Instagram, but I have a post on Instagram on how to ask the right questions because you can pull cards all day, but if you're not asking the right question, you asked me what's coming in love in June. You didn't ask me how you're going to meet the love of your life, which would also be kind of a more in-depth reading, but I could probably give you like a very quick summary of like basically, you know, and you might not even be that person. I know that's harsh. I'm not saying that's your story, but I'm saying that for some people in their lifetime, depending what phase they're going through in life, it might not be their thing, or they're supposed to be focused on something else. Sometimes your purpose is not a person, but something else that you do. And sometimes it is your money, work, or career, or sometimes it is what you produce and create. I mean, I really truly think the purpose of life is creation. It's what you create and produce for other people. You leave a legacy for someone else, hopefully. That's usually what a purpose is, right? It's more than just yourself, really. Does that make sense? Yeah. Who is the Page of Cups? I am deserving of an apology from someone. But I also have a Pisces sun, so that could be him too. Badger Gaming. Your message got retracted. Why did it? I don't know. Okay. I was gonna read it and then it disappeared. I was gonna read it, but now I don't know. Not sure what happened there. I don't know. It might have been something that you said that my settings did not like. I don't know what that could be. I would like to ask a question for reading. What is the question? Who is her? Please don't come onto my channel telling me what to do. You want a free questions reading? You will get it in the way that I want to give it because I'm the messenger. Maybe that's why your message got retracted. When you capitalize things, it makes me not want to answer. We're gonna wait for this energy to move through. I'm sorry. Double tap to like the video and let's try to get rid of the time wasters. I told you I have low tolerance and I've been going through a lot of bullshit lately. So please don't test me. When I do free question lives, it's to share my gift, okay? Don't abuse it. Or go to another tarot reader on YouTube. There are many, right? I like when people put in the comments when they stop by my channel because it pops up on their algorithm and they're like, oh my God, another tarot reader. And I'm just like, well, yeah, but how did I end up on your algorithm? It's because you must have watched one or you looked up your horoscope as of late and you don't even want to admit it. Who knows? Who knows? Sometimes people don't know, but it is offensive. It is offensive. Let's see the Badger Gamer. Girl, the people be ridiculous in the chat sometimes. Okay. There is an obsession. It exists, yes. I don't think it's really about you, Badger Gaming. The question is also if you're available. I don't think you guys even want the same things. Because I see third party energy. I would recommend a conversation. I won't know unless I get to know her. You can, yeah. I don't see it being a bad thing. I'd say, if anything, you learn more about yourself from this person. And maybe that's more so what you should be focused on. Because this gives me like almost like soul family. But I'm not sure if a partnership is developing here or anything like that. Because I don't see feelings. So I guess, yeah, get to know them. The Empress tends to attract anything and everything. So this is why it's really good to figure out how to frame your questions in tarot. Should I get to know her better then? Yes, the cards would suggest it would not be negative to pursue the connection. Is the connection that you feel towards this person real? I would say yes. Does that always mean it's like going to develop into a relationship? No. Does that mean you shouldn't pursue it? No, that doesn't necessarily mean that, because sometimes you meet people that are meant to teach you things. And then people, this is what I hate about YouTube tarot readings. Can we like rant for a second? Because sometimes you have an experience and it's meant to change you. And people come in and out of your life and you're not meant to know why at the time. You're not meant to. Like I was just thinking about this recently about some things that I've discovered, I would say, what are long-term consequences of decisions I made a long time ago, but I didn't know what I knew then, right? But if I did, I would have changed a lot of things. And if you know anything about the butterfly effect, like how much that can really morph the whole story. But there were things that I was definitely not meant to know till later, and I can understand why that was. I did not have the capacity, the wisdom, and I think in some ways it was divine protection for me or my kids for me to know things later because my focus was supposed to be elsewhere. And so, like, when we focus on, like, YouTube tarot readers are like, oh my gosh, don't do Mercury retrograde, repeat of the past. I don't want another lesson. Maybe you do need another fucking lesson. Sometimes you have to repeat like relationships and dynamics and connections until you fucking get it. That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. I was like, I'm not like the average tarot reader. Like, I will tell you the truth. Like, I had one girl, bless her heart, I love her. She's gotten tarot readings from me. She found me on TikTok actually. And I will stand by that reading also, but she did end up getting married to the person that I said that she won't stay with. But I also told her that it doesn't say not to do it. It doesn't say that he's abusive or that it will be bad. But just so you know, this is where it's going to be and lead. Apparently, spirit won't always tell you that. Spirit won't always show me that either. You know? You never know like what's really meant to come through, but I did give her a heads up and I was like, that's the truth. But she was trying to push back a little bit, like, oh my gosh, but he's such a good guy and I love him. And I said, I didn't say not to marry him. I said what was going to happen. Does that make any sense? Badger Gaming. Oh yeah. Good luck with that. Get to talk to you off stream. Right. Well, I'm not for the market anyway. I have so many things going on. I told the universe to bring me my husband, so unless you're my husband, pretty sure you're gonna get blocked by my guides. Christina Fashion, welcome in. Vanessa Moose, Katarina. Yes, it does. You like my rant there? I got like a boost of likes. I appreciate it. This has been fun. I wonder if my husband is watching my lives. Wouldn't that be something? He would be someone that just watches my lives. Oh, geez. Show me Vanessa Moose. Oh, I invited my friend Yagmir, by the way. I think she posted above. Oh, really? Jenna. I appreciate that. That's always cool to have a referral. Yagmer the First. Hi, wishing you a lovely Friday and weekend. Thank you. Thank you. Happy Friday. Welcome to the tribe. Can I ask Jack's current feelings for me? I hope I am giving him headaches. The emoji after with the hearts. Can I get Jack's current feelings for Yagmer? Seven of Swords. What was that one? Queen of? Okay. Well, so I would try not to play too many games because I don't know if it's really getting you anywhere. Vanessa Moose, I will get you after Yagmer. You'll have to pop in and remind me. To the world. Oh no. Yeah. You're funny though. That's funny. It is a little bit of Seven of Swordsy. So this can mean many things. It can be like sarcastic. It can be like breadcrumbing. And I say this with the sweetest love. You might have learned this behavior from someone else that was doing that to you. To be honest, I don't play games. He is in his shell right now. Yes and no. It's not like I'm saying like you're okay. There's different kinds of game playing. There's like stringing someone along and like kind of like wasting their time even though you have no interest in investing. I see that you're interested in investing. Your interests are different. Let's just say that. I do think that you can find common ground, but the cycle of the Seven of Swords behavior needs to stop. So I would say, like, when it comes to game playing, like, you're waiting 20 minutes to text them back because they also waited 20 minutes to text back. You're waiting 3 days to text them back because they're also waiting 3 days to text back. Like, it's almost like that kind of behavior where if you just show up genuine and authentic and come at the connection from a place of Ace of Cups, it could play out differently. And that's where your answer would be. Because it looks like this lesson is for you to discern who kind of lights you up in your love life. Like, because you seem like actually, I don't know if you know this about yourself, Yagmer, but the reason why you do this, they said, is because you get bored. You get bored and then you're like, oh my god, let me see what I can do. What do they do if they do this? Oh my gosh, my shoulder pop. Oh. I actually feel like a lot of tension in my body. Like there's actually a lot of sexual tension built up in this connection. I would I would go with that feeling. You have permission if you needed it to be as spicy as possible. The nerd face. LOL, LOL. Vanessa Moose, general love reading. Show me Vanessa Moose. I am being chill with him. We disconnected and reconnected, so I don't want to do the same mistakes. Yes, yes. Don't try to do like a review and then do it a little differently. Think of wand energy, which is leading by desire. Okay. I'll just say that. I'll just say that. Vanessa Moose, show me general love. Seven of Pentacles, Nine of Swords. The Hanged Man. One of my favorite, least favorite cards. Two of Pentacles, in between timelines. There's the Seven of Swords. Oh, there it is again. I see a connection here. I didn't say you were taken or in a relationship. I said there was a connection. But she is single. She has clarified. Yes, Queen of Pentacles. Not always single, but a lot of the time single or doing their own thing, very independent. Um, but I do see a connection here and coming, if not already. If it hasn't been around, I do see a cycle here of what I also described earlier with Bardo, love issues, things like that. There is a blind spot that you're not looking at that kind of puts you in between. Hmm, there's so much single energy. Okay, well, you're giving me so much information without even looking at your birth chart. What they're trying to say is you have like this pattern that you keep trying to break out of, these like relationship dynamics, or like when you talk to people and like dating, like if you ever did like messaging with people and you seem to like not get past that point, or going on dates and you're just kind of like can't find something that sticks. It's because it's meant to lead you somewhere else. 7 9 7 8 9. Yeah, being released from a pattern. Well, apparently, your love life is going great, Vanessa. So, unless you know this pattern, apparently this is your blind spot. That's why I said it was a blind spot. 7 of Swords. An avoidance, something that you're not looking at. I'm confused. Why do people get general love readings and messages, but then they tell me that nothing is going on in their love life? Well, this is what's going on in your love life. There's a pattern here that you're not looking at that you keep repeating, which is why you're single. But there is a connection that's coming, but you tend to repeat this pattern with other people. So I don't see it developing into an actual relationship. People here, people here. Makes sense. I would recommend looking at your birth chart and looking at hmm, fourth house, fifth house, eighth house, ninth house is what they're giving me. Let me know what you find. Oh, Badger Gaming. Why don't we just like get that out of the way now? I don't so like that makes sense why the Empress came out, and if that was for me, but I basically told you, I was like, it's not even about you. I was like, I how do I even explain this to the general public, because it's really none of your guys' business. But I've always had this thing about me, within 5 seconds I know that I'm going to deal with you on a love level or not. Within 5 seconds. Because my soul has been there, done that, and so it takes a lot. However, when it comes to connecting with people, I can do that, but I don't know what you want to connect on. So I don't know what you're implying, but I doubt you're my husband. So let's just get that out of the way. But I can help you find yours. I can help you find your forever person, because that's what I do. I'm not looking for people to get to know me, because I'm not on the market for a relationship. Do I need to clip that for the rest of the world? I've met people online, like for love connections and relationships. And I don't know, like, I'm not saying don't do it, but I'm saying that I'm not gonna. It's very unlikely. Very unlikely. Yeah. Well, here's a good way to get to know me is please back off my energy, because you're really overdoing it for me. I don't know you like that. And let me tell you why. I just had like a friend betray me. I trusted her very deeply. And I've been through this in the last like few years. So I'm very slow in how I let people in. I don't give trust, you earn trust. And this is a great way to build trust with me as a reader, actually. That's actually kind of how me and Miriam were. We were very slow in our developments. My mentor. So I found her on YouTube back in 2020 ish. And then I watched her for a good year. And then I got a reading from her. I was on her lives, I was her moderator. And then eventually we were in an Al Anon group together. And then a bunch of other things. And now we're friends. So, Badger Gaming, it would take some long developments for you to get to know me. If you're consistent, let's see how you act in the next 5 years. How you react to my boundaries will tell me everything and where I place you in my life. And this is kind of how I work with my clients when I coach with them on their love relationships, but also in general, because everything takes discipline and consistent action steps. And that's how you build trust. It's pentacle energy. It's investment into a connection and relationship. That's why when you get the 7 of Pentacles in a love reading or a connection relationship dynamic, it doesn't necessarily mean that there's fucking money involved, but it does mean that there's some kind of energetic investment. Does that make sense? Does that make sense? Well, that shit. I can't lie. My best friend was jealous of me a year ago and went against me to try and say stuff behind my back. And while I'm down for what you said, we shall see. Everybody says that. I was like, there was like one person that was like trying to get to know me for the last 2 years, and then I found out through someone else that she was like being super two-faced for no reason, and it was out of jealousy. I think it was out of jealousy. I saw red flags along the way, but my anxiety told me that, oh, I was just being suspicious and something else. But no, someone else confirmed it for me. And I was like, oh man, another one bites the dust. You think it hurts my feelings anymore? Yes. Do I get stuck on it? Sometimes. Will I move on? Yes. And so should you. And I think that's what the retrograde is going to kind of show us is who's coming along with us for. I'm not saying, they're there to stay, but I will say that those bonds are going to be very strong developments for later. So choose wisely, you guys, who's in your energetic space right now. Yes. And that's all I can really truly do, right? Is just be honest. I wouldn't have good testimonials and people come back if I were dishonest, if I was a bad reader, right? Like there have been like times throughout, especially this last year, where I've taken many breaks as a tarot reader to check myself. And I had like other things going on, and I felt like being a reader wasn't as much of a priority. And spirit will show me that. They'll basically just be like, nope, no recording done today. No tarot readings booked for you today. And I'm like, okay, because I'm supposed to be doing other things. This was nice. I busted out like 7 paintings in one day, which is not like me. But every now and then, and I don't always like what I make. And then it's interesting watching other people's reactions to what I create because what I is my favorite is not other people's favorite. Can we talk about that as a content creator and just someone that's like an artist and like puts out their products and whatnot? Most of the things that I like to do that I think are important or that are fulfilling for me is not the same as you guys. I don't even know why. Sometimes, and that makes me happy. Amina02957. A friend lied about telling someone what I shared in confidence and then at my lowest ditched me at a restaurant after paying for their food. What? The audacity. Can I talk? The audacity, Amina02957. Zoom in on that one. A friend lied about telling someone what I shared in confidence and then at my lowest ditched me at a restaurant after paying for their food. Was this recent? Tell me if this was recent. I need to know. Now I'm invested. Takes a lot of guts to share your art with the world. A lot of passion. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. I'm not even that cool, to be honest. My kids are, gosh, just you wait, you guys. Just you wait. This is nothing compared to what they are going to do. I'm so excited. I got one that's getting into acting, another that also likes to draw, paint, and do art. This winter, I talk with her. Okay, so you are in line with the astrology. Yes, there's a lot of backstabbing biatches going around. And it is supposed to show you who is your community, who is your tribe, who is your friend, where are your boundaries, and also other people's shadow aspects. Like if your people are really showing their ass. And I say let them because karma's coming, dude. Self awareness is going to be the new survival tool. Have you guys seen that around? I truly believe that. So if no one's heard of it, I don't know where I got it from, but I'm repeating it for the collective. Not on a public live. I try to seek help from them as well, and they told me essentially that they were tired of hearing about my problems. That's not a friend at all. That's not a friend at all. Well, you have met friends here because we like to hear about your problems with boundaries, obviously. I'm trying to slowly stop connecting with them, but they keep calling me. What? Hello, block them. Do you need permission from me too? Block them. Let's see. Should she block them? Two of Pentacles. Oh, it's a decision. I hate when they say this. High Priestess. The Emperor. That's not a straight answer. It is about alignment, yes. Chariots here. Gosh. Oh, I hate that energy. Sounds like a karmic. Yes, I also dealt with a karmic. It's unfortunate because they can really change your life in great ways as well. It can be both, and you might not realize why that is. It kind of feels like that situation, actually, Amina. Like it is supposed to propel you, is the word that they're giving, into a direction. I would leave them on red. I would not respond back. If you can block, I would. I don't see why not. They tend to watch you. You have something that they want. I don't know what it is. It could be the sense of community. It could be your comfort. It could be your stability. It could even be your car. Jeez, what is wrong with people? That's so weird. It's so weird. I'm so sorry. Oh, that's creepy. Yeah. So how did you guys become friends? We're zooming in on a Mina situation for the rest of the life. Yeah, it definitely sounds like a karmic. No kidding, right? Bruh. From work? Oh, I'm sorry. That happens to me a lot too. Show me her energy. Oh, yeah. I don't know if you know this about yourself, Amina, but when you walk into the workplace, you actually make people really happy that you're there. And this person knows this about you and likes being around you too. But admiration, gosh, what is that quote? I can't remember what it was, but I posted it like some months ago. But there's like a fine line between admiration and obsession. And sometimes obsession can also be jealousy and envy. And so this person basically the mask fell off and exposed themselves. Oh, she has a bright light. Yeah, you do. You do. I don't know if like you like can you think, Amina, back to when you were a child and something like this happened? I would meditate on that. And I'm not like, trying to be like your hypno psychiatrist or anything, but I would say when I've done a lot of shadow work in this arena when it came to karmic friends, that I did have like dreams that were trying to show me things that I buried or I didn't heal from because it hurts to look at. It hurts to feel rejected and betrayed and um gosh, it's crazy that grown adults really go out of their way to do stuff like that, man. Yeah, I'm so sorry. I was like, I don't know, maybe there's got to be a reason why I felt pulled to your energy. Maybe someone had to tell you that today. Stay with us. We like your energy. I would never do that to someone that's my friend. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I'm just like imagining like what is going on through people's heads. Like, I'm gonna go out with my friends and around when she turns around at this time, I'm gonna dip. I'm gonna run out of the restaurant and leave her with the bill. What in the world? It sounds like my ex baby daddy stuff. He would do something like that, but he's like a thiever and a scammer, so I don't know. There, people that don't know how to create their own light, they tend to be, energy vampires of other people. You know what sucks about people like my ex too is like he does attract really good people. Like other victims have fallen into his traps that aren't even women or romantic, even men. They'll like give him $300, let him stay at their place, and then he'll just like screw them over and blame shift someone else. And I'm just like, how do you just continue on life like this? And it's crazy that they just like, it seems like they don't get karma back. But I truly believe, like, recently, yesterday, when I was dealing with my landlord, I was kind of thinking that, like, she looked so different to me when she revealed herself. And it could be Neptune energy, yeah, but the beauty is really in your character, not in what you have, not your success, what you obtain, what you wear, and whatever, whatever. And this person is like very rich. She's very well off. She has all the money in the world to do all the Botox and wear the nicest clothes, whatever. And yet, people like me threaten their energy because I'm a 12th houser, but also because admiration. They put people on a pedestal. You don't treat people as humans. And then you don't check yourself and you're not awake and you project these things onto other people. It's just so awful. It's so awful. I know I'm kind of going on a rant, but we just had like what 3 to 5 readings today where it was kind of those very similar obsessive stalking, just weirdo behavior kind of situations that are done in the dark and are very psychologically triggering. Yes. Meant to. And I try to remind myself that sometimes these karmic people, they're meant to be in our life and these soul contracts. Like there were good things that came from the situation that I'm in and this whatever, whatever. It's still hard for me to admit. It pains me. But to transform you, sometimes to change is pain, is to learn these lessons with people on like self-worth and boundaries and protecting yourself and stuff like that. Amen to that. Toxic people don't attract toxic people. Toxic people bring everyone else down into their poisonous ways, right? It's like they have luck. I don't know. I just like I don't know. Sometimes I believe in luck. I think sometimes when it comes to astrology, I believe in luck. I'm like go with the flow of the the weather. You know what I'm saying? Go with the flow of the energy. So I'll watch like certain transits and I tell you guys about it too. Just FYI. I was like when certain like astrology happenings happen, I'll like pinpoint it and be like, "Hey, time to do this." Because then you can move a lot quicker, smoother. It's definitely helpful, right? Yes, fate does exist. You can see it in your birth chart as well. One of my favorite quotes is by Carl Jung, and it's until you make the conscious, I always like get it backwards. Until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. And so, you hear people in these patterns complaining about things. That's your fate. That's your fate trying to call you in a different direction. Fate and destiny. We tend to create our own destiny, is what some people would say. Now, I don't think how would you describe it? Like sometimes, I don't know. Things don't just happen with fate. You have to actually grasp the opportunity and seize the day. It depends how you use it. So I would almost describe fate as like a moment of crossroads. I've even written poetry about this. It's a very interesting phenomenon. Oh yes, lots of psychology. Well, I think that's all the questions we have for today. Thank you everyone for participating and being respectful in the chat. If you're in need of an in-depth personal reading, go ahead and check out my links. But until next time.